You're watching NFL Daily, and if you guys ever want to make a bet on anything going on here around the NFL, all you got to do, go to chatsports.com/bet, promo code NFL Daily. Now, we went live on Wednesday, and I said, hey, audience, ask me anything. All you got to do is use hashtag NFL or Super Chat to make sure, or if you guys want to get your questions featured on shows, all you got to do, join us live. All right, first one's coming in from Pecan. Did Fangio make the right call by picking Teddy over Drew Lock? I mean, I'm actually going to go ahead and say yes, I do think that he ended up making the right call. Was it the safer call? Yes, but I do think that Drew Lock actually has a higher ceiling than Teddy Two Gloves, but this Denver Broncos roster I actually think is one of the more complete rosters in the NFL. They have a very good defense, top 10 defense in my personal opinion. They have very good skill position players. Their offensive line does scare me a little bit, but they got great tight end, giggity, great wide receivers. So it really comes down to the offensive line and the quarterback position. I really think if Teddy Bridgewater can just be an average quarterback, this is going to be a team flirting with the playoffs. So what do you guys think here? Since Drew Lock is no longer the starting quarterback of the Denver Broncos, he said that it was a reality shock, and I don't really blame the kid, right? But do you think that Drew Lock is going to end up getting traded? Because usually in situations like this, a starter last season, who I think is actually probably regarded as being a pretty good quarterback, would be one of the better backup quarterbacks, obviously, in the National Football League. But when you see shit like this go down, they end up sometimes getting traded. So what do you think? Does he get traded? Type T for trade, or I want you to type K for keep. All right, this one's coming in from Dark Side. Which top NFL rookie will struggle? Good question. I do like it a lot. In terms of top rookie, a lot of times it takes guys a little bit of time to get acclimated. I don't think he's going to struggle, but I was in a fantasy football draft the other day, and I saw Kyle Pitts get selected over Darren Waller. That's ridiculous to me. There's only been, I believe, a handful of tight ends, yes, less than 5, in their rookie season to have over 500 receiving yards. I think Kyle Pitts is a phenomenal player, and he's a phenomenal athlete. However, I think when you have expectations like that, that could indicate to me that people might be a little bit disappointed. What up, Juice Head? You're probably, I don't know if you're excited or not that Karl went to Pittsburgh. Denzel Levitt isn't better than Karl Joseph. I don't disagree with you, but Denzel Levitt is a better special teams player than Karl Joseph. So that's something to think about. But nobody, I don't think anyone has ever said that Denzel Levitt's better than Karl Joseph. What up, Elio? With Mac Jones, Patriots over or under 10 wins? It's a great, that's a hell of a question. I'm still going to end up saying under, so if you guys want to type O for over, please go ahead and do so. If you want to type U for under, I don't blame you. I still am going to take the under, though, because I don't know how much better they're going to be. So 7-9 last year, I could see them realistically being at like a 9-win type of team. That defense is legit. I still think they have one of the best defensive units in the entire league. But that offense scares the hell out of me. Their running game, led by Damian Harris, best wide receiver on that roster is Nelson Aguilar. Sure, you got Mac Jones, who I like, but he's a rookie quarterback. There's a lot of moving parts on the offense. The defense, though, is hell legit. C. Garcia 54, what do you think is Gilmore's value since he's injured? Also, do you think the Hawks can get him? In terms of the Seahawks, can they get him? Potentially. I actually like the value that they got with the Sidney Jones trade that they did. But overall, with Stephon Gilmore, if he's fully healthy, if you're a team that can compete like Seattle can, I'd actually give up a first-round pick. The issue with Seattle, I don't think they have a first-round pick this year. But then overall, now that he's hurt, maybe a second-round pick. He's still one healthy, a top 10 cornerback. Hell, I think he's a top 5 cornerback. Joshua, what up, brother? Will the Bengals sign any additional linemen? Oh, man, that's a hell of a question. I know they just ended up trading Billy Price to the New York Giants, but it's because their center, whose name is escaping me, is expected to be healthy. I know they're also pretty high on Riley Reiff as well, and when it comes down to it, how can you protect Joe Burrow? They might add some guys in terms of extra depth, but the top linemen off the top of my head right now, Rick Wagner, Russell Okung, all those dudes have some serious injury concerns. All right, we got Shock Universe. Should the Patriots sign John Brown? I mean, in terms of some of the best destinations for somebody like Smokey Brown, I do think New England makes a lot of sense. I mean, there's not too often can you find, I think, a player as talented as Brown, and then obviously the whole Nelson Aguilar thing, he also went there. But you need to be able to find a big arm quarterback. I don't know if that is Mac Jones necessarily, but there's going to be some teams out there. I also think the Houston Texans could be an interesting team to go out and get Brown. S&M, what's up, my man? Where do you see Benardrick McKinney landing to any team that needs a halfway decent linebacker? So one of the moves that was really surprising yesterday was when Miami decided to let go of McKinney, because he is coming off an injury, so I am curious to know whether how healthy he is or not. But that was a dude who had 37 tackles in 4 games last year. So go out, look at some of the linebacking units out there that really need somebody extra that can be a middle linebacker. That's what McKinney can offer, but he's a good player when healthy. The fact that they traded a 4th-round pick to get McKinney and then ended up releasing him, to me, says maybe he wasn't 100% healthy. Now, it's again time to look into that crystal ball, y'all. You're watching NFL Daily, and remember, we are live. And for those of you that don't watch this live, well, hey, please join us every single Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So who will win the MVP this upcoming season? It's actually a lie. It's 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm bad with time. Who will win the MVP this season? Go down to the comments and let me know. When I really think about overall, obviously, I look at quarterbacks because QBs often win this award. The last time somebody that wasn't a quarterback won was Adrian Peterson in 2012 with the Minnesota Vikings. So, I mean, it takes a very, very long time. I believe it's 2012, or maybe it was 2015. I think it was 2012. All right, yeah, I'm getting 2012. So let me know down in the comments who will win the MVP this upcoming season. And if you want to go ahead and bet on who y'all think is going to win this award, you can do it at one place, and there is one place only to do it. That's at BetUS. Now, how do you get the best deal on the internet? You got to go to chatsports.com/bet. Promo code NFL Daily. What the hell does that get you? If you deposit $100, you get $125 for free. You want to be a big baller like Jeremy Chugs? Put down $500, get $625 for free. You want to be a mini baller like Trace? Put down $200, get $250 for free. All you got to do is go to this link right here, use that promo code, and then we're going to hook you up with some free money. That sounds pretty damn good to me. So here's some MVP odds, right? For those people out there that are like, wait a minute, I want to bet on who's going to win the NFL MVP. Patrick Mahomes, plus 375. Aaron Rodgers, the plus 850, the guy who won it last year. Josh Allen at plus 1,000. Really, really like those odds there. But I'm going to go ahead and keep saying this and keep speaking it into existence. Russell Wilson at plus 1,400. How this man has never had an MVP vote. I say it every single stinking year. But you know what? Josh Allen at plus 1,000. Russell Wilson at plus 1,400. Great odds. And you know what's even better? That deposit bonus. What the hell do you have to lose? Put down $100. Use some of that $125 for free that we gave you to go ahead and bet on the NFL MVP. Juan Hernandez, what up, brother? What are the contract details on Denzel Perriman? I believe it's 1 year, $2 million is what he's going to end up getting. Don't quote me on that exactly, but I believe that's what it was when he originally got traded to Las Vegas. The reason why you haven't gotten any contract details is because today it's official for Perriman and the Raiders. That's why the Raiders had a 52-man roster, but now it's finally a 53. This next question is coming in from Alex Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Will Duane Brown play week 1 since he's holding in? I still think that he's going to be able to figure something out. Now, it sounds like he doesn't want to play, but I really have a hard time believing it's going to be week 1. And usually like this, these are the type of deals that get done at the end of it. But if Russell Wilson walks into Pete Carroll, right, maybe he takes DK Metcalf in, they both walk in without their shirts on, and they're like, hey, man, I want this Duane Brown guy. I want him to be blocking for me. They'll figure out a way. I personally think he's one of the better tackles in the league. I get the fact that he's getting up there in age, but what really hurts Seattle is when San Francisco gave Trent Williams 6 years, $138 million at 33 years old. All I'm saying is, like, I think that Seattle needs to do it because they are in their win now window. What up to Tom Downey's actual account? What do suspect happen with Watson this year? So what do I suspect happens with Watson this year? I think is the translation that I'm going for. I don't think that he plays a single snap, and I don't think that anybody's going to trade for him, and it's simple. Why would you ever trade and give up probably first-round picks for somebody that's got 22 allegations against them? You just can't do it. So he's going to basically make $10 million sitting his ass on a bench in Houston. But I'll tell you what, if he is traded, there's one place that's going to be making a video, and it's going to be us. So to make sure that you never miss anything, latest news, rumors, potential Deshaun Watson trade, I don't know, man. Hit that big red button for more free videos, because I'll tell you, if he gets traded, we're going to drop everything we got going on that day, and we're going to be like, all right, we got to make a video. I don't want you guys to miss it. Hit that subscribe button. Got a super chat coming in here from NFL News Channels 01, one of the greatest pictures of all time, that and Bo. Mitch, Can I get a Raiders? Also, can you predict the Week 1 winners and losers? Magic Spoon plug real quick. All right, so how about this? Raiders! And then predict all the Week 1 winners and losers. I'll just say, since you're a Raider fan, I do think the Raiders are going to take down the Baltimore Ravens. Monday Night Football, maybe we'll be making a video about all of our Week 1 predictions. In fact, I think that's something we're going to do. And if you're looking for Magic Spoon, magicspoon.com/chat. What up, Nobby Gnome? Young Alabama quarterbacks. Who will look better in Week 1? Tua, Mac, or Hurts? Well, it hurts me to say this, but I'm probably going to end up going with Mac Jones up against... Actually, yeah, I'm probably going to go with Mac Jones because Tua's going up against New England. That's a hell of a defense. Jalen Hurts, he just pains me to watch him. I don't think he's very good. And then Mac, I mean, none of these guys I think are going to have very good Week 1 performances, but if you play fantasy football, the guy that's going to have the most fantasy points is probably going to end up being Jalen because he can run. Should the Pittsburgh Steelers sign Cam Newton from SM? I'm going to say no. They got Ben Roethlisberger, Dwayne Haskins. I believe they kept also Mason Rudolph. They have enough backups. In fact, I think Dwayne Haskins is one of the better backups in the league. It's going to be really curious to see where Cam ends up going. I could actually see him going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's a team that gets thrown out a lot. I also think that they have the lowest vaccinated rate out of all NFL teams. Urban doesn't seem to really mind all that much. Cam doesn't want to get vaxxed, even though he's had it twice, I believe, now. So I'm going to go ahead and say the Jacksonville Jaguars, that's the top team. Speaking of Cam, we got Cam's brother here. Should the Dolphins sign Cam Newton? Wow, this is really weird. No, I'm going to go ahead and say no. They got Jacoby Brissett. You got Tua Tagovailoa. Maybe if you want to bring in Newton to be this like goal line type of quarterback that can also hand it off and run, since Myles Gaskin, Malcolm Brown, Selvin Ahmad, they're not the best running backs on the team, right? Maybe that could be an option, but no, I'm going to go ahead and say the Dolphins are okay. So out of all the NFL teams, all 32, right, which team has the best jerseys? There's a lot of really cool jerseys out there, but which team has the best jerseys? Now, if you're watching this live, I'm going to start giving some shout-outs here, and I already want to shout out to Trick the Win. He says that he subscribed. Elio says that he's subbed, and then, again, Trick, much love to you. My favorite jerseys in the league, I love the silver and black of the Raiders. I actually love the powder blue of the Chargers as well. This is a very unpopular opinion here at the Chat Sports Studios, but I love the Cowboys jerseys where they got the star on the helmet and on the pads, the white helmet. I think that's a really sick jersey. I love the New Orleans Saints Color Rush jerseys. Usually, any Color Rush jersey to me is pretty sick. In fact, I wish the NFL teams would get more crazy with their jerseys like college does. I got a Tampa Bay pewter jersey from John Johnson. Seahawks from PS4. A lot of Raiders in there. I got a Houston jersey from Tom Downey. Oh, the Oilers. All right, Tom, I see you. And then more Raiders, more Seahawks. So let me know which team has the best jerseys down in the comments. What up, baby? Will Gerald McCoy be the steal of free agency? You're obviously talking about the Raiders now. I don't know if it'll be the Raiders steal, like him alone. He did look really good this offseason, but it's probably looking like right now maybe the Raiders' best signing because John Brown, that one's already donezo. I mean, let's face it, the Raiders need to do a better job of finding talent in the offseason. Carl Van Buren, best running back in free agency. If you're asking, so out of all the running backs still out there, I believe the top, we got Todd Gurley, Duke Johnson, Le'Veon Bell, Kerryon Johnson, he's banged up. If you're looking for a pass-catching running back, I'll say Duke Johnson. Devonta Freeman's also out there. Todd Gurley's going to be thrown into that mix as well. Adrian Peterson, I believe, deserves to be thrown in that mix, but if you're looking for a reliable veteran, I'll say Adrian Peterson. If you're looking for a pass-catching running back, Duke Johnson. If you're looking for a touchdown whore, maybe Todd Gurley. All right, let's go to Scott. Mitch, have the Raiders offered KJ Wright a contract yet? I believe that he was offered a contract. It just wasn't to what his liking was. The fact that KJ is still out there in the free agent market is kind of mind-blowing to me. I still think the top two teams that end up signing KJ Wright could either be the Las Vegas Raiders or the Seattle Seahawks. Now, if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram yet, please go ahead and do so. I'm at Mitchell Renz 365. If I ever miss any of your questions, seriously, the DMs, they're open for a reason. And as always, if I do a show with Jeremy, he wants me to say, hey, go ahead and give him a follow on Twitter as well at JIBeadling. But all I want you to do is go ahead and yell at him on Twitter and say, Jeremy, do your job. That would be just phenomenal to me. So hit him up on Twitter at JIBeadling and just say, do your job.